year, which month, which date, which time. It's a very funny opening. Tonight, I shall ask you to just sit back, but be very, very open minded about what I say. If those of you have some paper somewhere or some note to take, please prepare with your pen because I'm going to give you seven statement or seven regrets that normally people who are about to die. And where does this experience comes about? Where can I get this kind of answers? Actually, when you're a doctor, somehow you will meet up with people who are about to die. Okay, otherwise you're not in the fraternity of doing what they call real medicine, clinical medicine. I mean, unless you're just a psychologist or you're working as a pathologist, in the blood bank and all that. But even then, you are bound to be exposed to people who are about to die. Okay, and then do you know people who work in hospice? Hospice is where doctors will say there's no more chance for you. Please take this patient home, and the hospice workers will sometimes come and visit and do all the necessary cleanup, and do all the what they call bandage if necessary, even what they call tracheostomy clean. And those people are also found in an old folks home. Do you know where these old people are sent to this place? Sometimes they're very old and the children couldn't take care of them anymore, or some of them insisted that they stay there better than they stay in the house with their children. They don't want to disturb. Therefore, this discussion I'm talking about is real. They will tell you certain things that they regretted. So, are you ready? Okay. Before I start, could you just give me one or two points? That what do you think you will regret? Listen to the question. What will you regret if the doctor tonight come and tell you you have only 3 months to live, or at the most 6 months to live? Would you regret about not having big house, big cars, or what? Not having big title, or 1 million follower? What? Tell me. If you're worried about certain things at this time, are you still worried about it, or you don't care anymore? After all, you are going to live only for another 3 to 6 months. But somehow, you will talk to your colleague if you're staying in a home, or talk to your doctor or to your nurse about certain things that you wish now. Here is a message. There's 7 wishes that you would say, I wish. Okay? If I'm alive again, if I'm given another 10 years or 15 years. Some of you are still young tonight and listening to me. That's very good, because not necessarily you have to be like above 70, then only you would listen to such a topic like tonight. Because number one, a real story comes when some of you will say to yourself, if only I could be who I want to be. How about that? Any of you feel that actually all these years you've been living on someone else's idea or instruction or guidance? You want to be like a teacher, but somehow you ended up to be a clerk. Or you want to be an architect, but somehow you turn out to be a doctor. That sounds like me. My first ambition was to be an architect. But somehow, because my grandma, who took care of me from when I was young, so when she said, you better become a doctor, she doesn't even give any explanation. So when I wanted to apply for my post Form 6, last time we have Form 6 and we have pre-medicine and all that. So instead of going into architecture, I went into science stream to be able to make me become a doctor. Anyway, all right, that's when I last listened to what people want me to be. But it was a blessing anyway. In any case, for you, what would you regret about this topic about the mind? The mind can regret because you do not steer your own car. In other words, you give the steering to someone else to drive. You understand what I'm trying to say? You just follow. Now, sometimes you work with a boss that you don't like and you suffer every day. You hold grudges with some of the toxic environment in your office. For some reason, you knew you are correct, but you have been always bambooed all the time. And you cannot take more than a few months until you get some form of sickness. And sometimes you become very stressful. Do you continue? Did you go through years and years? And if you regretted that, now that you have 3 more months to live, how about if you have another 20, 30 more years to live? Would you do something about it tonight? So that's one of my point about regrets among people who are about to die, something that we can learn from. Is that good? Yes. So start becoming your real self. Of course, it's not as easy as what I said. You know, you can't just follow your whim and fancy when you are in a system, even when you are in a marriage, you know, you want to do certain things that now that you have children, you have more responsibilities, you know, you have kids and you got budget to take care, blah, blah, blah. You cannot just do what you want to do. But therefore, with certain understanding and with the intention of to be very truthful that actually you want to do business, for instance, you want to run a small coffee shop, for instance. So have you tried that? Now that you are only 40 years old, for instance, and let's say you are supposed to die at 81 and you have like 30 more years. If you don't do anything now and you wait and you procrastinate, one day you will regret for not being yourself. Follow your intuition sometimes is better than just following others. Provided you have calculated, you have been asking for opinion, and you have already weighed the plus and minus, and you knew you can do it, and that's what you want to do. Is that clear? Who you want to be, just try to be one. All right? Number one. Number two, talking about who do you want to be, please stop listening to people. What people would say. That kind of question is something that will spoil a lot of people. Millions of people did not become who they are because they listen to others. And nowadays with social media is even more what they call a trap for you not to be able to come out from your own box. Are you with me? So start becoming free again. All right? Try your best. Number two, if only I took care of myself. I'm talking about health and fitness, health and wellness. I repeat the question or I repeat the statement. When you're about to go another 3 to 6 months down the road, goodbye. Some of you would have said, if only I took care of my diet, if only if I took care of my smoking habit or not exercising or sleep very late at night and don't care about stress at all. And remember, some people are having a lot of anger in their life. They forgot to take care of that too. I'm talking about mental, their body and their soul. Once you do not take care of them, now that you wish you could take care of them, it's too late. So before it's too late, that's why this program can help you if you follow step by step. So make sure that if only does not become just if only, you just have to try your best to do it. Number one, do not listen to people, just be yourself. Number two is try to be at your best from the medical and health and wellness point of view. Are you with me? Okay, try your best because it doesn't guarantee if you do your best, you took care of your weight, you are intermittent fasting, you do all the what call whole food plant-based diet, you follow my 12 and 12 diet, but still, if God wants to give you cancer, it's still possible. But usually is less likely compared to people who don't take care of themselves at all. Believe me, it's true. Okay. Number 3, sometimes you used to say, or rather by now, when we're about to say goodbye to this world, we would say, if only I could have spent more time with my loved ones. This is the most painful regrets that we have. I know I have, because when I was young, I really took off, just follow my heart. That's because I listened to my number 1, but I forgot number 3. We have to balance, by searching for what we want to be. We have responsibilities. When was the last time you say I love you? Or some of you, when was the last time you say how are you doing? Sometimes it doesn't have to be I love you all the time. It can be just, have you eaten? Just like that. Hi, how's your family? Sometimes if you just say like that, your friend know that you love them by asking them how they are doing. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And have you shall I say the word, forgiven someone that actually did something wrong to you? Or sometimes you think he did the wrong thing to you. You may think you are right, but never mind. Let's assume he's wrong. Can you learn how to forgive them? You know why? Because 3 months down the road, if you die and you haven't forgiven them, there's nothing that actually happened to him or to you. In fact, he goes on with his life. He doesn't care about you, but you carry the anger, you carry the inner pain in your heart, and you haven't let him go. And for no reason, you are suffering. That's why if only you can let go, you please let go. And lastly is you try to say, you yourself now, say what? Say, I'm sorry. We are too egoistic sometimes for not being able to say, I'm sorry. Sometimes you just make mistake. Am I right? Yes. Quickly say, I'm sorry. So before we go on, can you, first assignment tonight, as I speak, who do you think you want to forgive? Who do you think you want to say, I'm sorry to? Who do you think you want to say, I love you? Or say in a word that care for, your friend, generally for your family members, whoever, that sometimes to your own spouse that you took for granted. Yes, we, particularly Asian countries, we don't say I love you very often, do we? Right? So please, in many ways, you can always say so by doing things, by holding hands, and sometimes by just looking at the sunrise together. It doesn't have to be expensive things you have to do to be with a loved one. In other words, time that you spend with them, even though it's a short while, please don't ever miss, if you are having a chance to see your baby born, young couple here, the first step, the first word that they say, okay, you miss seeing your children because you're too busy working or chasing for new income, whatever. But how about your grandchildren now? Don't ever miss their first step. Watch them walk, watch them say what word they say first, papa or mama. That's interesting, isn't it? Now you might not know what I'm saying if you haven't felt so, but don't wait until 3 months down the road when you're about to say goodbye to this world. Then you say to God, please give me another another chance to go back and watch them. No, it's too late. So please spend time and don't wait. The word is don't wait. And who do you need to call first now? Tell me. Or you don't have to tell me. Please write down. As I speak and as you listen and watch me, who do you have in mind? Because some of them actually have, by the time you really want to talk to them or want to say hi to them, actually, you might not realize your old schoolmate would have been gone. Am I right? During the reunion, sometimes you see from 50, now it's only 30, and then maybe another 5 years and only left with 7 or 8 of you. I know recently we have a reunion and all that. Certain groups, you can know that quite a number of your friends would have been gone. relative wise is the same. Okay, so please write down and call them immediately after you put down this phone. All right, this live. Number 5 now. Okay, we are about to finish already. Altogether, there are 7. If only you less worry, you worry less. In other words, you stop overthinking less. Because by the time you are about to die, all these things that you worry about a couple of years back, some of you many years back, you still worry the past. And then as the years pass by, you still worry about the future. Usually people are so anxious about the future. What's going to happen to my children when I'm not around? Who's going to take care of my grandchildren? The father and mother still struggling. You're so worried. Friends, by the time you're about to die, this doesn't become relevant anymore. You know why? You know why? Because people don't care about you anymore. They are worried about themselves. So let them worry about themselves. You now stop over worry. Those are family wise. But if you're worried about not having a bigger car, no, you're worried about why are you not becoming richer and all that. Sometimes when you're still young, you can still worry and start thinking about it, not overthinking. Because thinking and without action is nothing. I repeat, thinking and just keeping thinking and procrastinating and waiting, nothing will happen. It's better that you have a small idea. It's better that you have a very aggressive but challenging idea, but you start at least with the first step. Because many people, it's not because they don't have ideas, but because they think only. And the worst part is they overthink. So much so that overthinkers are always very sickly. Do you know that? Mentally, they are not well. Believe me, even their sleep can be disturbed at times, and it's a vicious cycle. They have high blood pressure, then they have sinus, they have fever, they have infection. Easily they have vertigo, they have tinnitus, a lot of things happening in their brain. Believe me, it can happen when you're only 25 or 30 years old. You don't have to wait when you are 80 or 70. Yes? So what do? You please make sure that you take care of your health. That's also very, very important. Don't just wish that I took care of my health. You must take care of your health, because that is the two most important things in life. What is the second one? Number one is life. Number one, yeah, life, healthy life. But number two is time. So when you still have time now, this is the time. Don't wait for that 3 months to go. Only then you realize, oh, I should have taken care of my diet. I should have taken care of my sleep. I should have stopped smoking, blah, blah, blah. Not interested. Your life is waiting for you when you're still around and alive. You still have time. You still have your health. Please carry on doing what I said just now. Stop over worry and move on with life. And last thing that a lot of people forget is they forget to enjoy and be grateful. I repeat, enjoy and be grateful. It's not wrong to enjoy. It's not wrong to have some laughters. It's not wrong to go and smile over the moonlight and watch the birds flies and touch the green with your fingers and your feet on the dews of the morning. You see? You see, the wildlife doesn't have to be expensive. Yes, if you still have a chance to go to Paris, go to Japan and watch Mount Fuji, or go to New Zealand, and put into your bucket list. Do you have a bucket list now? Now, if 3 months to go, bucket list doesn't work anymore. It becomes a bucket. No more list left, because the bucket is going to be empty very soon. So while you still have a time and health, your bucket list have to be done with. It doesn't have to be all at one time. Just pick and choose. Some can be expensive, some are free of charge. You know what I mean? Holding your or just grabbing your grandkids, playing around with them, kissing their cheek. Oh, it's so beautiful. Watch them laugh and you laugh together with them. Those are what I consider as stop overthinking and carry on with life. Is that clear? Okay, let's close the story tonight by one of the greatest asset of all, so that you don't regret. All the mind regret, the body regret, for not taking care, and then your speech regret because you didn't say what you want to say. There's another heart regret because you didn't say you love someone that you love, don't have time for them. Now, this regret is the worst of all if you have it just 3 months before you die. Let me tell you this. Please, those of you who are still alive and smiling at me or still thinking hard what I say, when your regret has got to do with your soul. The moment you say, if only I'm closer to my God, to God, there's only one God actually. So please, if you are not close to Him, when you can still do it now, one day when it's too late, don't wait until you enter ICU. Then only you want to search for God. Don't wait until doctors say you are going to have heart attack very soon. I cannot do it anymore because you had it before. So it's now going to be a relapse if you don't take care of yourself, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I've given you all the medicine. I see your blood results still not well. I can't help you anymore. Therefore, this is the only time you want to ask for God's help. Yes, of course, it's still possible. Because when the doctor say you got 3 months to go, for all you might know, you have 13 years to go. There are cases like that, right? But usually, when doctors say, especially when you are on a not treadmill, what do you call this, on the oxygen therapy, oxygen help, and all those respiratory machine going through your lungs, and doctors say, if I switch off this machine, you are goodbye. So please, because when you're still alive, be very, very close to your Creator. In fact, this one you don't have to wait for any time. It has to start from the moment you hear me, because I have also learned my lesson that I am almost too late already if I'm not careful. So there's no choice. Please do not regret by saying, if only I became close to Him. Don't forget your prayer, don't forget your Quran, don't forget your uh, donation, don't forget giving back, don't forget to forgive people, because you might say, oh, forgiving people, yeah, when you forgive people, God loves you because God is forgiving too, right? Ever forgiving. And if you care for people, you serve the people, and then you make sure community service is one of your bucket list. So please, this sort of what they call getting near to God is something that you can't afford to be regretful. Because the moment you regret you're not close to God, that is almost very, very frightening before you die. But if you're very close to Him, you're very confident to say goodbye to this world. Is that clear? Okay. So with that, I used to be very, also very careful about what people want to say about me, comment about me when I give presentation. I'm very, very sensitive, overthinking, what will people uh, say or deduce from whether I'm a okay doctor or not, or just because he want to sell product. But nowadays, I no longer bother as much because I repeat this. When I'm about to die, all these bothering words that comes and you are concerned and overthinking about does not mean anything. So when I speak about Moringa, I am sincerely telling you that is one of the best supplement, not only because I took it, but because nowadays it's already worldwide known. So if you are still not yet with Moringa Plus especially, please get one and make sure you get it from DND, because we are the only one in Malaysia that did a 1.5 million worth of research to get the best extract, and making sure there's no toxicity. You know very well when a product is popular sometimes, but again, you worried about scammer, you worried about what happened if business fail. I used to do that. even now a bit. But then when I think if I'm about to die, whether I will worry about this, no, because it doesn't matter anymore to me. So while I'm still available, I must do my best and not too worried about what people will say. So if, for instance, I recommended you to get Clotho for your kidney, then you're worried, what would the doctor say? This Dr. Nordin claimed that blah, blah, blah. No, I no longer worry. All right, you know why? Because it has helped thousands of people. Jantana, for instance, for men. So please, if you are not taking any supplement, I recommend you. Because why? One of the regret just now is that I am what? If only I took care of my health. And nobody believe in supplement, right? Until they are about to be sick and about to die, then only they're searching for supplement. Because medicine can't do much anymore. All right. And obviously, when you take supplement, take it from as early as possible. Don't wait until you're too old. Okay? Bye. Take care and may God bless you. Bye.